Page 26, Happy Together. Very well-known piece, a fun piece to play. I'm not sure about the key signature. How comfortable are you in the key of A major? We'll find out. Well, look it over. It's 3 pages long, treble bass clef, 3 sharps in the key signature. I've already told you it's an A major. I recommend you do the scales and arpeggios that I have in the videos on A major and F sharp minor. F sharp minor is 3 sharps also. And 4/4 time signature. Just check a few things. It's pretty straightforward as long as you can get the rhythm. At the beginning, we have a pickup, 1.5 beats. So we're coming in on the and of 3. 3 and 4 and. Here. 1, 2, and 3. 1, rest. Just follow the fingering, it's fine. Until you get to measure 8. This is sort of a scale going up. They want you to do this. And then if you're going to do that, you end up with a little finger. Then for measure 9, I recommend 4. Cross over and go that. I want to connect it here. It leads into it. I want to connect it. I don't want to use 5 on both. That's terrible. However, we don't need to do that either. Because you can go use 4 on the 8 and then come under here. Now you're in position to do that. So again, in measure 8, I recommend 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're ready to go on. Here, and then come down, 2, 3. I kind of went to this on measure 9. I can't connect them anyway because I'm repeating that A sharp. Now, let's just check the rhythms. Measure 10. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again, if these rhythms bother you, take out those ties and play all the notes. On measure 10, 1 and 2, because that's all they are, 8th notes. And when you get that, then you put the tie and you hang on to it. 1, 1 and 2, 2, 3, and do it again. And measure 13, I go here. The only reason I did this on measure 10 is because it was easier to get to after coming off of that note for measure 9. But in measure 13, I had rest, so I got time to be in this position to start with. Now let's go down to measure 28, the bottom. It's just another run coming down. 1 and here we're just doing 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. That's fine. It serves the purpose. Here. And then in measure 29, you see the RH in the middle. That's right hand. It means the right hand is going to play those top notes down here. Come down here. So the rhythm on measure 29. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So it's 1 and 2. It's during 2 that's the rest. That's where you come down. And 2. And then the last chord is an A sharp, C sharp, F sharp. How you finger it is up to you. Just finger it. Left hand's pretty straightforward. It's just I do a 4, excuse me. But you can do, I don't know how big your hands are or how fat your fingers are. Some people don't fit up in here. If you don't, you can do that. Rest. There you go. The measure 7, their fingering is fine. 1 and 2 and 3. That's fine. Now measure 12 here. You're coming from an A, from measure 11, is 1 and 2. But use 3rd finger, so you've got little finger for that. Don't go little finger. No, please don't. 3rd finger's fine. At the end, the last measure on page 28, you have F sharps in that measure, and that last one is an F here, but it has an 8V8 under it, so go down if you have the note. If you have a short keyboard, you just play the lowest F sharp you got. It's close enough. So once I know what each hand is sort of doing, then I try putting them together, and I'll hesitate. That's all right. I just want to know how they fit together. Here. You get the idea? So I put the hands together, and then I'll go back over in pieces slowly and work out the hesitation. So it's a steady beat, a slow beat, but a steady one. And then I add the articulation, and that's staccatos of flexing at the wrist or short. So I add the staccatos and the accents. The accents, you just play them a little louder. And once I have the articulation under control, then I'll do the dynamics. That applies to the melody as moderately loud. Whatever you think sort of loud is. This left hand needs to be in the background, soft. We want to hear the melody. And so forth. You get crescendos where you get louder because measure 9 you're loud, whatever. Now once you get to know it and you get to feeling it, then you're not thinking so much about articulation and dynamics, and you're feeling it. You might get louder and softer in places if you feel it. If you feel it, put it in. Then I add the speed, and this is, they want a swing tempo, and swing simply means long, short. You feel this. There's no notation for it. You feel it, and of course it only applies to the eighth notes. So instead of counting 1 and 2 and 3 in, we go 1 and 2 and 3. You just feel this. Through. Yeah, that's fine. Now, once I get that out of the way, and it's a moderate, it's not fast or slow, it's just in the middle, just a nice lazy swing. And then finally we add the pedal to seek. I learned it all without pedal. I'm going to make sure the fingers are doing what they need to do. And we're only adding pedal on the loud parts to help us connect the notes and for the overtones. On measure 9, push the notes down first and then the pedal, and as I play measure 4 or beat 4, I lift up. I can't pedal the others, I need staccatos. Same thing in measure 13. Put it down right after you play the notes, and right after you play measure or beat 4, lift up. That's it. And that's all they show. However, you can go ahead and add that pedal like I've taught before on the other videos in this book. On the very end, that last chord is here. It's staccato, it's loud. You can pedal with the note. The pedal goes down with the note and up with the note. It's just a staccato pedal. Here. It just adds a little overtones just for an instant to help bring out that note a little more. Now we have to figure out what to do with this page turn because you can't mess up the rhythm. Fortunately, the right hand isn't doing much at the bottom of page 27. You're here. So as you're doing this, maybe you play that note a little shorter in measure 16 here. So it gives you more time to turn the page with the right hand so you don't mess up the beat. Ideally, memorize the piece. It's the best way.